Hey man, it's Thomas Prime. Today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes Slingshot. So, this figure is... So if you don't know who Slingshot is, sorry for that. Slingshot is basically one of the Aerobots that was replaced with Alpha Bravo in Combiner Wars because trying something different. Because they want to try something different. I mean, sure, trying something different is a good thing. But, like, all I can say about the Combiner Wars one is, why would you go for mostly G1 accuracy and then replace someone that isn't G1 accurate? I mean, sure, it adds something new, but, like, again, if you're gonna do G1 accurate, then do G1 accurate. You gotta balance it out. And I think this figure kind of balances it out. I mean, most of the Age of the Primes is just the Prime stuff that never got released, and yeah. Anyway, this figure comes from the Age of Primes line, and this is one of the few Aerobots in the Combiner lineup. And he is, yeah. Take a look at the head. He just looks bald as thick, because of course he does. Orange ass head. I'm a proud member of the Autobots. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's the first political joke ever. This guy knows what's going on his back, but that's basically the Aerobots for you. Wings on the back of his legs, but you could try to flex these forward, but I don't recommend it because you're kind of flexing plastic. I mean, it does look slightly better from the back, but like I prefer them like that just to prevent breakages. Anyway, actually no, wait. He does have this black stripe going all the way down his torso, just with breakups of white, but that's for a reason. That this part actually splits in combine mode, and that's kind of cool. As you can tell, he is mostly white, red, with some accent colors of black and orange for the head, and that's basically it from the back. And it's mostly filled in. The reason why I say mostly is because, well, the biceps are filled in. The thighs are filled in. I mean, you could say these aren't filled in, but like these have to eat the crotch for robo mode, so I'm okay with that. Anyway, in terms of articulation, wait, hang on, accessories. He does come with his two guns that can blink into his hand or into his forearm if you want. 5mm port right there. And that's basically it for accessories. Oh, disappointing. They could have included that one chess piece that was shown in that one episode in the cartoon. But what about it? Who cares about that? I don't. It's just extra stuff that gets in the way. I ain't sure. And sure, deluxes are a little more expensive. I get it. But like, instead of like filling in the extra price point with extra stuff, I would instead add more stuff to the figure itself, rather than use accessory budget to fill it in. Maybe it would give him wrist swivels. Maybe the shoulders would have been better. Maybe give him double jointed knees for transformation or something. I don't know. But anyway, in terms of articulation, his head is on a ball joint, though it is rather limited just due to what it can do. It can't really tilt side to side, but it can rotate, and it can look up and down that much. Shoulders can rotate full 360. They can move out here, like that. But you can also cheat to do that, if you want. Bicep swivel, double elbow, nothing at the wrist. There is waist swivel, hips forward, back, in and out, thigh swivel. Single joint knee that does bend to 90, though just due to the way how it's sculpted, if you have it facing forward, it doesn't usually get the full knee bend. And the toes can move down if you want, and they can tilt. Which, by the way, he has big feet, by the way, so he could basically stand up with no issue whatsoever. But anyway, now we can get into size comparisons. Here he is with 86 Bumblebee, Kingdom Pipes, Velocitron Shadow Strip, 86 Ratchet, and Star Raiders Farrak. Yeah, that guy just did not fit at all. Anyway, transformation. You want to remove the guns, like so. You want to flip this backpack out. Rotate the head like that. Make sure the camera is focused. Flip out the landing gear like that. Rotate the bicep like so. Then bend it like that. And this is going to peg into this port right here. Like that. Here, and here's a better example. Here, I'll show you better on this side. You see there's a 5mm port on this forearm, as you saw earlier. This will go like that, and there is a bug flying around. Well, I'll get that in a second. And then you want to flip this over the head like that, and this will plug into the shoulders like that. Now we can come to the legs, tighten them together, bring these toes down, flip this down, make sure they stay plugged in. I don't know why you did that never happens. Flip the wings out like that, flip up this tail fin like that, open up the legs, and then bring this, collapse this onto the torso like so, and then close these panels up. And here is the jet mode. And let me lower the camera first bit. And here is the jet mode, and I gotta say, this is a lovely jet. I gotta say, I do really much like the look of it. It's also relatively clean from underside. Sure, the chest is right there, and so is the head, but the head has landing gear, and I think that's actually a decent way how to handle things in jet mode. And all the landing gear, and he does have molded landing gear on the back of his, right here, just to prevent any more paint chipping. And this does, and it works really decently. And the guns, you can store them in this mode. You just plug them into the wings like that, if you want to do it. Hooray for weapon storage, as I'm going to say. Now for vehicle mode size comparisons, when I get there, here he is with Legacy Gears. Which, hang on, let me fix his wheels real quick. There we go. Legacy Drag Strip, 86 Bone Crusher, and Scrapper, and Legacy Animated Motor Master. So now let's get this guy back into Robo mode so we could go over his final judgment. Overall, I would say he is really good as a standalone figure. And I also gotta say, he does feel really nice, except for that wobbly waist, as you can tell. It kind of wobbles a little bit, as you can see. But that's just a minor nitpick. Other than that, he feels really solid. It feels nice to hold. And I gotta say, if you want this guy, pick him up. It does feel like he's worth his asking price. However, I'm not going to recommend it, but it is your money and you can do whatever you want. You may have noticed during the video I do have these guys right here. But we're not looking at those next time. We're looking at this guy.